Hi Collective, how are you all? I hope everyone's great and having a wonderful day. Thank you guys for being here, for spending time with me. I love you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for everything that you do. Absolutely nothing goes unnoticed, Collective. I love you guys so much. Alright guys, let's tap in. I got a new deck that finally came. It didn't come when my other new ones came. It kind of staggered it out. It's this one here. So we're going to pull from this one. We're going to see what wants to come out. Ritual is on the bottom. These cards are cool. To experience the magic of life, you must first practice it. So we'll see if it comes back out. And rituals are not always bad. Rituals are good too. What does the collective need, Spirit, for their highest good? Financial goals. Set and reach your financial goals to achieve financial stability. So you could be managing your money or creating a plan to manage your money or get your finances in order. Escape materialism. Yeah. Shift your focus away from material and develop a healthy inner world. Yeah, and it's also shedding ego whenever you do that as well. And learning the art of detachment. You have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. Yeah, so you're extraordinary. Love your journey. Be open to the idea of loving you. Damn right. You gotta love yourself. Release doubts. You've been here before. Trust yourself and believe in your own strength to own your life. Yeah, you don't give yourself enough credit for how strong you are. Oh, we've got get a reading. That's what you're doing. You're watching readings, or you could be getting a reading from someone for a personal. Use divination to understand your desires and your path. And in some cases, could be overindulgent and obsessed with readings and may need to back off a little bit and just sit with your own energy and discern what's yours and what's not in the collective readings that come out. Focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. So I had a lady in my comments the other day that was kind of going off on me saying, you know, how dare you put out readings like this to people, because I think it was her mother-in-law or her mom is elderly and is like traumatized and extremely paranoid now because she watches tarot so much that she's convincing herself that it's happening to her and forcing a situation to fit that's not her energy. That's why we always say, please use your own discernment. And I told the lady in the comments that she doesn't need to watch tarot, that she's not watching it responsibly. You know, you have to understand and discern what part is yours. I don't know you. I don't know any of you personally. And sometimes in my comments I get attacked like I'm speaking to someone personally. It's because you're triggered. I get it, you know, but I'm not directing it to you. I don't know who you are. I'm not attacking your personal situation. I'm just reading the energy that is coming out on the cards. And sometimes you can get overindulgent in it, and you got to change a bad habit of doing that, because it ends up creating realities that don't exist, and then you end up blocking yourself from what could be coming in for you because you're convinced that something else is going on. So, you know, to look at tarot as more of an unraveling and a confirmation, not, oh my God, I've not talked to this person in 20 years and now they're going to do that. No, for most cases, that is not going to be your part of the reading. Or convincing yourself that someone you haven't talked to in forever or you've never even met is going to come and do something. It depends on what's coming out in the reading, but I'm 5 minutes exactly on the clock. Yeah. Big changes. Change a bad habit. Kill a bad habit, drinking, overeating, or anything else not serving you. And sometimes you have to walk away and allow yourself to pull back from it and get out of the storyline, because you can start manifesting it into your reality. So just being responsible is extremely important, and it's not just with tarot, but that is what came out, and I did want to bring that up and touch on that, because I told her, that she doesn't need to be watching it the way that she does if that's what's happening, because that's being irresponsible and not using discernment. And I'm not trying to be mean, it's just unfortunately it can happen. It's easy for that to happen. So that's why we always stress, you've got to be the leader of your own life and not take every reading is not going to be your reading. In some cases it could be, but it could be because you use discernment enough to understand what parts of the reading are for you. All right, let's clarify this financial goals. I just wanted to touch on that because obviously Spirit wants that to come out. But this obsession with anything that's bad for you, taking a step back, and that's with everything, including anything materialistic, and focusing more on the inner self and not always on the outer self. Under this financial goals, we've got suck it up. Suck it up, Buttercup. We all make mistakes and we can't always have things our way. Now that you know that, what are you going to do about it? So sometimes, we just have to deal with financial problems. And as long as we're working on goals and working towards them and striving towards them, doing things to manifest them, that's good. If we're not, then that's not good, and we need to change that behavior. And you could be getting readings in order to find out if an obsessed person is doing something towards you, or if you've got things that need to be going on. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just moderation is key, for everything. Yeah, with this wisdom here. Life experiences bring about wisdom. How you decide to use it will lead to your success or your detriment, and that's exactly what's going on. And under this, escape materialism. Shift your focus away from material and develop a healthy inner world. So it's going in and doing shadow work and focusing on the inner healing of the being, and seeing that there's so much more to life than just what money can buy on the outside. Your true wealth and abundance and prosperity, it's all lies within as well. And then when you are in alignment and right with God inside, and in alignment with your higher self, you're going to have new beginnings, and things are going to get easier because you're doing the work to become to where you're more in alignment. And you got to love your journey. You have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. Be here now. Life is too short to be living in the past or worrying about the future. Take the time to enjoy every moment to the fullest. Exactly. Yeah. Love your journey. Be open to the idea of loving you. You could be guarded right now. Of course, it is normal to have your walls up after being hurt, but after a while, your walls may be keeping out just what you may need to heal. Take a chance, exactly, because you could be blocking your blessings. And you need to walk through that gate and not have fear, and don't close off, and understand that just because you were hurt really bad doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck there forever. And if it has been that way, you got to move yourself out of that, because you're blocking blessings from coming in from the divine for you, because you're saying that you don't want to move past that. You've got to move past it, and you got to move on. Release doubts. You've been here before. Trust yourself and believe in your own strength to own your life. Hatred. Hatred is like a cancer. It destroys you from the inside out. So if there's anyone or anything that you are hating, you've got to release that. And the spiritual root of cancer is anger, and it's like it festers inside, and it will literally, it's like acid, eats you from the inside out. Clarify, get a reading. Use divination to understand your desires and path. And, you know, you may need to get a reading to give you direction on what you should do. And that's absolutely wonderful. But responsibility. Yeah, do it responsibly. It's come through spirit. I love when the cards clarify what I'm saying and channeling. Maturity begins when you can take responsibility for your own actions. Yes. It's so important. And it's doing everything with being responsible in every aspect of the being. I was going to say clarify, obsessed. We got doubt. Focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. Second guessing yourself only leads to more indecision. Trust yourself to do what is best for you. So you could be, you know, trying to figure out the direction to take and the best direction to take so that you don't get into a mess again. And you may need to get a reading to understand and have some guidance according to your personal situation. You've got special gifts inside of you. The more that you activate them, the more powerful you're going to become, the more you're going to be able to manifest, the more in alignment you are, and the more blessings that are going to start coming in. It's a process. No mud, no lotus. Take a note from the beautiful lotus, which defies the mud and murky water, to rise to the water's surface to show its beauty. Overcome adversity by blooming where you are. Yeah, you can't say, well, when this happens, I'm going to do this, then I'll be happy. No, you are in charge of your own happiness. It has to be right now in the present moment to change that mindset and to start doing that. And when you do that, it's changing bad habits, you know, and recreating self. And as you're doing your inner healing work, everything's going to change anyway. Maybe your home needs a little TLC, okay? Give your home some attention. Redecorate, clean, or sage it. So be sure that you're smudging and cleansing your space. Could need to exercise more. You know, get out and or be active or just do some kind of exercise. Love yourself enough to exercise and enjoy the glow of good health. Yes. And that's just a healthy mind, body, heart, soul, spirit connection, because it all works in tandem with one another. That last deck is this deck, in case you're curious. Now I'm going to use this deck. Let's see what comes out of here. All right, what does the collective need, Spirit? Hiding feelings. You need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return. So holding back emotions is never good. Always express how you feel. And don't be scared to express how you feel, because your feelings are valid and they deserve to be heard. And they deserve to be felt. Someone could have just been in a relationship with you for just only the sex. Either you or your partners only want sex. Accept that it's okay or reach for more. You know, so it's like, be open and honest about how you're coming into a relationship. And if you're only in it for friends with benefits, then just say that instead of trying to gaslight someone into a relationship and then end up hurting someone and having so much that has to be healed, because it makes you incompatible with someone if the other party isn't under the impression that you're not on the same page. You know, you don't really believe there's a match for you. Have an open mind. You may feel like you're not compatible with someone or with most people. because it's always ended up in a breakup, but it's because it was a soulmate connection and relationship, and you had to learn lessons in order to empower you and build you up and teach you what you do want and teach you what you don't want and teach you what you'll tolerate and teach you what you'll never tolerate ever again. And then sometimes it's so bad that you're like, well, what the hell did I do to deserve to get that? You got past life karma too. It's not just this life. And we've got our ancestral lineage. That karma's in us too that we're having to deal with. So that's why your guides are right there with you, helping you through it. Because as you heal yourself, the inner and the outer aspect of your being, you're also healing your bloodline. And you're breaking those generational curses off the bloodline so that it's not going to continue. All right? And all of these soulmate relationships, romantic and platonic, they teach you. And being karmic just means you're learning lessons. Karma, it means lesson. And so that's, we all have karma that has to be balanced out. And we all have karma that we create every day. And we have past life karma that we're born into and with. And what we do with that wisdom, the life experiences bring about wisdom. How you decide to use it will lead to your success or your detriment. So you've got to apply that wisdom, you got to apply it. You can't be stuck in the past. You got to move forward and get out of the past, and don't stay focusing too much on the one situation. The need to take a step back and focus and reassess and become the outside observer of your life and self. Look at the past, observe it, heal it, allow the feelings to come through. Don't hide the feelings. Don't just mask it with coping mechanisms. Allow yourself to be vulnerable to where it's intimacy and not only sex. And if you only want sex and just, the occasional spend time together, then just go ahead and come right out the gate with that, and then don't get into a relationship or a commitment until, you feel as though it's ready to happen, and don't just jump right in. Let go of your ex completely so you can truly welcome new love into your life. And, it's like you can't just stay forever and I don't ever want anyone else. And, some of you may be in hermit mode for a long time and some may be for the rest of their life. But normally, how it should occur is you release that so that someone new can come in. We're humans. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and part of that human experience is experiencing other humans. And sex is a huge part of that as well. But it's having a healthy sex life, it's being healthy with it. And you could be very guarded because of the past, but you're learning wisdom, and you could have just had a lot of people that were just in it for the sex and weren't fully invested and committed, and you could have been in that energy yourself in some ways, but you learned how to come out of that because wisdom was gained, and you're gaining the wisdom and escaping the materialism because you've shifted your focus and you're working on the healthy your inner world that you're focusing on. And it's also going to help with your finances, with your love, with everything to do, to where you will start loving your journey and seeing it for what it is instead of hating it and fearing it and be like, why me? That's victim mentality. You got to get out of that mentality and understand what's going on and rise up and be able to see yourself from this aspect of the view of your higher self, The fear of cheating. Not everyone cheats. You need to open your heart and trust your partner, And if you're constantly full of fear that someone's going to cheat, you're going to manifest it. And then not always, but it can, and you could feel like love just really fucking sucks. And it's just hard. And you're like, I'm not putting myself out there. And it gets to where you turn to where you have hatred. And it starts to destroy you from the inside out. You get resentment, you turn bitter, and you think everything is everyone is an asshole, and everything's going to end up bad. And it's already, when you're in that mindset, you're setting it up to fail immediately before it even begins. And then if it does end up really bad, then that was something that you had to learn, and it sucks whenever that happens. You have stopped believing in love. Let yourself heal so you can be open again, because real love does exist. And the more that you love yourself, and the healthier that you are inside of yourself, you'll start gaining the responsibility, which means that you've matured. You become more responsible. And maturity begins when you can take responsibility for your own actions. What else do we need, Spirit? The fear of loss. You are afraid of losing someone or of being abandoned. Take a chance. So definitely got to heal those abandonment wounds. We all have to deal with that, and fear of rejection, but you've got to take a chance. The universe keeps repeating, you've got to open your heart, you've got to take a chance. It looks like they want you to walk through this gate. Definitely be guarded, but not so guarded that you can't love your journey, because they don't want you isolated and alone. They want you to be experiencing others romantically and platonically. And maybe you just need to date a little bit and just put yourself back out there. You don't have to involve sex, but just get to know someone, and try and slowly come out the gate. And we've got indecision. You are afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. And so you just may be like, yeah, I'm not going to do that, I'm not even going to put myself back out there anymore, because you may feel like you're just fated to be alone, and that's not the case for most of you. Could be for some of you, but for most of you, it doesn't have to be that way unless you make it that way. You create your own reality. If that's what you tell yourself and how it's going to be, then that's what's going to happen, because that's what you're creating. You gave up on love because you think you are meant to be alone. It's not true. Yeah, come through, Spirit. It's not true. Yeah. What's the collective dealing with in their energy right now, Spirit? What do we need to be aware of? Could be taking a break from karmic people in your life, karmic friends, karmic family, karmic partners. Can't fully trust them. There's tension. There's secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, which I don't want my enemies anywhere near me. They need to stay the fuck away from me. And you could be hiding how you truly feel about karmic people in your life. And it could be affecting your finances. And Spirit's just saying, suck it up, Buttercup. We all make mistakes. And we can't always have things our way. Now that you know that, what are you going to do about it? And you may have to express your feelings. Express how you feel. And then see how they feel in return. And you may have to walk away and, turn your back on them. I've got my kids in my life. My landlord. That's about it. And I don't hardly leave my house at all. Somebody's crying over you that may just only want sex. Or someone that just only wanted you for sex made you very upset and cry a lot. That hurt you really bad. That you had to heal from. But you shifted your focus away to where you could start doing your shadow work and healing. You gained a lot of wisdom. Someone's clout hungry. They'll say anything. They do anything. This person could have constantly been making all kinds of shit up and real dramatic that you weren't compatible with. You've got special gifts. Never surrender to normal. And this person could have downplayed your gifts. They could have been gaslighting you, if trying to make you doubt your intuition, to make you confused, which was also part of how Spirit was wanting you to learn on how to trust your intuition, because it is hard to trust your intuition. You're like, am I really hearing this right? And then you could be watching a lot of readings to try and figure it out, because it's like a fascinating story that starts to unfold. Trust me, I get it. I'm a reader and I've got over 400 plus tarot decks. I understand. But it's just, do it responsibly. Someone could have run away from you. That was an ex here, and you're very guarded to this person, but you started to love yourself and you started to love the journey. And you're open to the idea of loving you. It's normal to have your walls up after you've been hurt and someone, ran away. But you can't make excuses. You can't get sucked into escapism, because it's just only going to keep you there and create more that's got to be healed, because you're just so avoidant. And the longer that you avoid it, the worse it's going to get. Everything has a spiritual roots where it starts. And if you don't acknowledge it and heal it, it's going to manifest into the emotional body. And then from there, if you ignore it, into the mental body. From there, if you ignore it, it's going to present in physical sickness and disease in the physical being. Because you're so disconnected with the dis-ease. It's a disconnection of your higher self and source energy. So you got to be tapped in and grounded and connected, and always stay grounded, so that way you can manifest and have the financial stability that you need with a good, healthy root chakra. What else do we need, Spirit? We got chaos, upheaval, disaster, and downfall. So someone that cheated on you created a lot of chaos. There could be hatred between you and this person. You may just be like, where you can't stand this person's guts, and they were like a destructive fucking tornado in your life, and the relationship was an absolute disaster. But that's what it was supposed to be. Everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to for your soul growth and what you agreed to in your soul contracts with other people. And that's a contract that you have between you and God, that you said, okay, when I go down here, I'm going to work on this so that I can achieve this in my soul. And whatever relationship and whatever it took in order for you to figure it out, sometimes it's really traumatic. Trust me, I have had an extremely abusive, traumatic, horrifying horror movie of a life, and it took me a long time to get to the point to where I could see it like this. It takes time to understand it all, but if you start working in that mindset, it becomes a lot easier as you go through your healing and your shadow work and go through that dark night of the soul. And you're just cutting ties so that you can have freedom. You're awakening. You're standing up for yourself. And you've cut the energetic cords from what no longer serves you. From anyone that was starting drama in your life. You don't want to be around that, You don't want to be around it. Yeah. Having to deal with people who were wolf in sheep's clothing, Narcissists are really good at that, They really are. It's awful. And you're like, God. And then you feel bad and you're like, I thought, I was trusting my intuition. How did I not see this? It's because, some people are absolute master manipulators, and they don't show that side until they get in and they land you, and then they unleash that beast, and then it's too fucking late, and then you're like, oh God. And sometimes it can come full on straight out the gate and you just tolerate the abuse, and then other times you didn't see it coming from a mile away, and then you're like, oh my God, how the hell have I gotten myself into this mess? And then it's hard as hell to get out of it, And then you've got to fight your way out and figure out what the hell you're going to do. And it's not always easy, and it hurts. It's painful. You know, there's a lot of tears involved. It's scary, and you don't understand. And then, of course, readings are going to help you understand. That's the whole point of them. But you also have to trust yourself and your own higher self, your own inner compass, your own spirit team to help guide you, you know, and right along with the readings, you know. So they're your counselors. They're there to help you every step of the way. And they can't help you unless you give them permission. So just give them permission to help you on your behalf. What do we need from the tarot deck? Holy Spirit. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're the wounded warrior here. You are battle worn, but you're battle ready. You have a lot of perseverance, and you've been successful thus far. You're still here. You've survived so far. You do have a lot of willpower, and you've been through a lot of pain. You've got tenacity, and you're almost to the end of the cycle with the 9 here. You're almost there. And you could be working, you know, focusing on your work, on something that you really enjoy and that you love. And I keep seeing flowers sticking out. And I used to be a florist, so I'm always going to say, you should buy yourself some flowers. Maybe you need some flowers or some pretty plants or something, you know, to where you could have something pretty to look at, get some plants, something that you can take care of. But you're just focusing diligently on something that you really enjoy and that you're really good at. You could be a master at a skill that you have, and you have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. And you may have really amazing creative ideas and talents. And these goals that you're mastering here with your work, you could be trying to start your own business. You could have your own business, but you're good at managing your money because you have financial goals. And any karmic energies that could have been affecting your finances, you've gained the wisdom of who needs to be there and who can't come forward with you and who needs to stay in the past. So that way they can't destroy what you're doing. Yeah. We've got a Queen of Swords here. So you're standing in your truth. You're intelligent. You're honest. You're very realistic. You've been through hell and back. You're strong as a motherfucker. And you don't give yourself enough credit. You don't take shit off of anybody. You stand up for yourself. We've got the High Priestess. Yeah, so trusting your own intuition or getting a reading, you know, from a High Priestess energy, from someone that you can trust, and making sure that you're not working with a karmic reader that could lead you in the wrong direction. But it's also tapping into your own beautiful intuition that your guides want to help you and channel with you and help guide you. And that way it helps you love your journey so much more because you can trust your journey. Yeah, with the Chariot here, with beautiful positive movement forward. You're focusing your energies in a good direction and a change is coming in. You've got a lot of willpower and ambition, and you're going to be successful in whatever it is that you're working towards here. And you could already be very successful and very abundant energy here. You're overcoming all of this pain from the past. You're transmuting all of that pain into power, and you're manifesting with it. You're manifesting abundance and wealth to come in for you, and you're staying focused on moving forward in a positive direction. You've got a good balance on the light and the dark aspect of the being. You're tapping in with your intuition and your guides. You speak your truth and you stand in your truth, and you're true and authentic. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. You know, you've been working on this for a long time, and it's a lifelong journey. Like, we're never going to learn it all, and we never stop growing, and we never stop healing. It's something that we constantly do every day. every day, because the energy changes every second. It's constantly changing. It's the only constant. Energy changes constantly. And it sounds like it's on constant repeat, but it's like we have to be the catalyst of change to change that energy. But you're diligently working hard, and you're focusing on your long-term goals, and you're persevering through whatever trials and adversities that you've been going through. Yeah, you're focusing on your stability. Could be married, could have something to do with your home, could be getting married, could be getting a new home, but it's prosperity, and like it has to do with your stability and your foundation with your family. Could have new romance, a romantic partner, could have taken a while for you to move on and move forward. And I mean, you've been through hell and back. It's been like a war that you've had to come out of, fighting against this energy here, but you've survived it and you've made it through. Yeah, with the moon here, could have had some fear going on, trying to see through the veil of the illusion. Things are not what they seem to be. You're looking for the unknown and trying to uncover any, deception that's going on. And the moon is also about your intuition. You're defending your dreams, and you may be moving in silence so that way no one interferes with what you're doing. We've got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you could be an entrepreneur. You could be very outgoing and creative, which I was picking that energy up. Some of you are extremely creative, and you've got all kinds of cool talents that you can do that's just that you're so good at. You need to put yourself out there, and it could be another revenue to where you could bring in finances for you. You're optimistic, you're sexy, you're confident, and you're so strong. You're very charismatic, and you've got good business sense, and people are drawn to you, like you radiate. And when people are just like, your energy just draws them in. People always want to be around you, and before you know it, they know your life story. And it lands right under the Eight of Pentacles. So it could be something, that you're doing. You could be trying to see if you can start your own business, or you have, and you're doing very well at it. And we've got the Eight of Cups here, walking away from what no longer serves you, standing in this Queen of Swords energy, speaking your truth. You desire to leave behind what you cannot bring with you. And travel has come out multiple times. You could be traveling. You could be moving and changing locations of residence, or states, or towns. You just take it however it resonates, and you may not even know it, but a move could be coming in the future for you that could take a little while to get here with the Knight of Pentacles. But you could be saving up money to try and relocate, but you're walking away from what no longer serves you, and you've got a lot of strength. You're very strong. You don't give yourself enough credit, is what Spirit is saying. Clarify this High Priestess. Let your intuition guide you, and trust your discernment. You're focusing on your enlightenment and your spirituality. Yeah, we've got the Six of Wands. So, could be, in the spotlight, and overcoming, seeing through any defeat, conflict, strife that was coming towards you. The arrival of prosperity is coming in. The Six of Wands lands under the Chariot, and under the High Priestess is the Five of Wands. There could be a presence, of where you're seeing conflict before you. You could be dealing with people who want to compete with you all the time for no freaking reason other than their own insecurities. And then they have to get mad at you and take it out on you. They could be jealous of your intuition, but you're figuring out that all these rivals and disagreements and all this chaos, it's not worth it. Like, you run away from it now. You don't want it to disturb your peace. You don't want anything to do with it. you're not stuck in the past. You let it go. You don't want to stay in this in the destructive cycle. You cut the cords with all the drama starters, you know. You don't want anything to do with it. And love doesn't suck. The assholes that didn't love you right suck. That, you know, created a conflict in your life. That didn't honor and respect you in a healthy way, and how you did them. I got this Knight of Pentacles. We got the Two of Cups, and it came out reversed. So something that could have gone on for a long time with an imbalance in a relationship, could be a breakup, could be a divorce, unrequited love and arguments, a lot of disagreements, conflicts. It's, you know, it's someone that you broke up with, and it could have been someone that you broke up with a while back, or it just took a long time for you to actually end up parting ways and getting to the breakup phase. Clarify this Four of Wands, please, Spirit. We got the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So some good news is definitely coming in, because both of these cards talk about the arrival of good news, and the arrival of good news on material things with these financial goals. You're escaping materialism. So when you step back and learn the art of detachment, you know, you can, it's like, it's a balancing out, and you could be downsizing, or you could be buying something new, and you've been saving up your money, and, you know, you could be making a new purchase of something. But whatever it is that's going on for you, could have something. I was instantly drawn to the Eight of Pentacles. You could be buying stuff for your Eight of Pentacles craft, you know, that you're good at, for your business, for whatever it is that you do for work. You're going to be very successful, or you already are. You're well grounded. There's new ventures that are coming in, new opportunities. Just stay focused. You could be exploring some options and getting really excited about the freedom that you have to just be you and create, you know. Got the Hierophant. Yeah. So, you know, you're working with, that lands under the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So you could do something, and with the High Priestess, you know, you could do something in the spiritual community for some of you. You could be readers like me. You know, you could have your own platform. But God is here with you and helping you. And some of you could work, you know, in some type of an institution. Some could work in the courts, government buildings. And this can also be that you're going to meet someone new in the future that's going to lead to marriage. And as you walk away from all this conflict, and the divine is going to help usher in something new towards you. We got the Three of Wands. Look ahead towards new opportunities. More travel. You very possibly somewhere could be going, just traveling somewhere, or actually relocating. This is like the fourth or fifth, maybe even sixth time that travel has come out. But you're enjoying your success and the prosperity that you're obtaining, and you've got good outcomes. And that happened whenever you stood in this Queen of Swords energy. You started speaking your truth, and you're going to chop the head off of anybody that comes against this sword and tries to fuck with you, and you're going to Eight of Cups their ass. You're going to turn around, and you're going to walk away, and you're going to go a different path, because you don't want all that drama in your life anymore. You're growing from that. You've outgrown it, is what Spirit's saying. You've outgrown it. Got the Queen of Pentacles. So you're really good with your money. You know, you could be a mother. You're grounded. You're earthy. The Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, it came out in reverse. So you're like coming out of some depression, Your passions are rekindling and you're getting more motivated. You have a renewed interest in the world. And you could be feeling like you're coming back to life again and getting back into doing things that you used to once love, and your energy is not going to be drained and going to return to you, so that you can start feeling better and focusing on things that you enjoy. Yeah, and with under this Two of Cups, with the Two of Cups reverse and the Knight of Pentacles, a long time, a lot of a bad relationship with a lot of fuck shit that was going on in it, a lot of arguments and possible violence. You're so stressed out, there's so much tension. These conflicts just left you feeling completely defeated, and you had to surrender it and walk away, and it may have taken a while to get out of it, but once you did and you started finding yourself, you feel so much better. You started working with God and divine source energy and with spirit, and you bossing up, baby. You're bossing up, and you're looking beautiful while you're doing it. It looks good on you. Thought I felt Evie, but it was just my pants. We've got a King of Cups. So, it's being rational and having your emotions in balance, being calm, you're faithful, you've got a lot of maturity, you're very wise, you've gained a lot of wisdom on your journey, you're very friendly and caring to people, you're just warm-hearted and kind. And we've got the Six of Pentacles on the bottom. It's giving and receiving. You give, and maybe you weren't receiving near enough in return, but you're giving to yourself so that you can receive, and then you're not going to settle for someone who will not give you what you're supposed to receive. And the universal balance is in your favor, so things are balancing out as you're in this energy, purging out what no longer serves you. And you're this beautiful lotus flower that's coming up through the mud, and you could be receiving a financial opportunity that's coming in. You've been, balancing out your karma and getting through that, and there's beautiful rewards that are coming in from the divine. Okay, I'm just going to draw, instead of me taking all the decks out, I'm just going to pull out some cards. So, Archangel Michael is saying you may need some energy healing work. Thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me, for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. Yeah. And energy healing work will help you clear out your chakras and align them more effectively and quicker. Yeah, and it will definitely increase your power, for sure. Could be focusing on your family, taking care of your children. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. And that's beautiful. Sorry, trying to make it not glare. There we go. Use your natural healing abilities. Yeah, you have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. You're very powerful. You don't even realize the powers that are inside you. And the more that you go in and you love your journey, the more you're going to start tapping into these gifts. And before you know it, you're going to start mastering self. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, and supporting my healing work. Yeah. Oh, that looks like little Evie. Oh, sweet. Oh, goodness. Maybe you need a little pet. So sweet. Hydration. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of water to help you get your downloads, to help you purify your vessel, to help you operate, to help your brain function properly. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day. Yes. It's beautiful. Counselor, some of you may be, needing to go to counseling or find someone to help counsel you, or you could be a counselor and you could be helping people with your gifts. Dear Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. It's beautiful. So your guides are helping you to tap into this part of your energy. Yeah, be honest with yourself and acceptance. Accept who you are and be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It is safe, and that's where that discernment comes in. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angel's wings. That's so beautiful. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's exactly what I was saying earlier. You've got to decide to be happy now. You can't say, well, I'll be happy when I have this, or I'll be happy when, or but, or it. No, it's now. You have to be happy now. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. And it's going to help you start tapping into your gifts and loving your journey. Be open to the idea of loving you. Release any doubts that you have inside. Got to release these doubts and let them go. You've been here before. Trust yourself and believe in your own strength to own your life. Get a reading if you need to. Don't fixate too much on one situation. Allow yourself to step back and observe and to multitask and to practice good time management to be the most productive with your 24 hours in each day so that you can accomplish the most for every day, and allot specific times to yourself and to doing things that make you happy, and not just always feeling like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, kind of energy. All right, Spirit, do we need anything else? Being drawn here. Yeah, the dragonfly with adaptability. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly. It's so beautiful. Come through, Spirit. We have the jaguar with growth. Yes. You adapt to the situation and you grow in the situation. Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but it could be the ending of a relationship, a situation, or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. Come through, Spirit. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Spirit never ceases to shock me. I mean, they shock me, but they never cease to amaze me. It's awesome how the cards come out. Thank you, Spirit. And we've got love with the swan on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. You have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you've had to go through were worth it. So for some of you out there in the collective that's ready to receive, and that will come in when you're ready, but this love's right around the corner. We're all on different timelines. Reflection with the giraffe. If you are facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision. You are advised to turn the problem around in all possible manners before deciding on a solution. Your circumstances need to be examined carefully. Yeah, so take the time to be observant and just don't jump right in, but allow things to unfold and don't destroy it before it starts. And believe that love does exist, because it sure does, and you being happy and helping bring that in will definitely help you. Wow, as I was going to say, through the transition, and then we've got transition. Come through, Spirit. The bat. You must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may seem frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. Wow. Oh no, I probably just triggered Evie. I said wow. Where is she? She's asleep on the couch. She's like, no, I'm okay. Goodness. Alright, guys, so that's going to be our reading. I'm trying to see. I don't really think I need to draw zodiac to roll the dice. This is just kind of, for everyone here. So I hope that this helps you on your journey, guys. This is what I've got for you. I love you so much. Bye, collective.